Hey, it's Matt with Midwest Guns and Gear, and I've got another Colt firearm for you today we're going to talk about. One going back to the 1990s. Colt didn't have a 22 semi-automatic. It'd been quite a while since they'd had one out, and they were going to try to get into the market and compete with Ruger with their Mark II and the Browning Buckmark, and they came out with this bad boy right here. And not a bad pistol, but it just it never really took off. Now this the price on this was fairly inexpensive. I have two of these, and I'm probably going to do video on the other one. It has a different finish that there weren't too many of them made. I just didn't grab it out of the vault when I went down today, but we'll do another video on some Colts with some different finishes, and it'll probably be included. But we want to talk about this. Now this goes by two names. Originally this was the Colt 22, or I'm sorry, this was originally the Colt Cadet, and due to some copyright laws, somebody had sued Colt, so they changed the name to the Colt 22, which is what this model is. And you can kind of see it on the slide there. It says Colt 22. It's a small 22 caliber, kind of reminiscent, a little bit of the older 22s, the Woodsman, but a little more of a modern take on it. It's got a rail, a vent rib on there, not a rail, a vent rib on here, and non-adjustable sights. There was a target model on these that I believe had set up for a red dot on it. It has the slide, a little different from most of your Colts. It's got the slide, the barrel is not inside of the slide, and just a basic 22. These came out, like I said, in the early 90s, I think maybe 93, 94. And Colt was putting out a lot of newer firearms around that time. The Colt Pony, the Pocket 9. There were kind of some cool ones, but they just, a lot of them just didn't really take off. And then Colt fell on some hard times, and at that point Colt pretty much scaled back and got rid of everything except for the single action army, the 1911, and the AR-15. And luckily recently they come back and they've been making some pretty nice firearms since. But this is one, when you see these, they're pretty cheap. I think I looked on Gunbroker not too long ago and was kind of astounded by how cheap some of these were. But you have a safety here. This is striker fired. This was Colt's first striker fire pistol. You have a slide lock here. And your mag release here. And that's pretty much all the controls. Very simple controls. Like I said, it's fun to shoot. It does also have a loaded chamber indicated. You kind of see the red dot there. And double check to make sure it's completely unloaded. It is. When you pull the trigger, then that goes away and just shows you that the striker is not cocked. And just kind of a fun little pistol to shoot. It's not super accurate. If this thing had adjustable sights, it really needed it. This one was not super accurate out of the box. I've never really looked into if the sights could be changed out. I'm sure they probably could. But that's a little look at the Colt 22 Colt Cadet. We're going to head down to the range, load up the mag, and do a little plinking with it. So come join us. Well, we're down at the range. I got the Colt Cadet here with me. Let's do some plinking. And it's clear. And it's a couple rounds out of the Colt 22 Colt Cadet. Not a bad firearm, not a great firearm. I mean, Colt, looking back at some of the 22s that they had in the past, like the Woodsman, could have done better, but you know, it is what it is. If you enjoy the videos, please consider giving us a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. You ever had one of these? Or do you remember some of the older Colts, the Woodsman, the Huntsman they used to have? You've had one? Tell me about it. Tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Always love to hear. Until next time, it's Matt with Midwest Guns and Gear. Have a great day.